No, 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 we're gonna crash, we're gonna crash, we're gonna crash. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to VikingLordRacing. Today, as you can see, we're actually at the Nurburgring Nordschleife in BeamNG to see how quickly the Civetta can actually go around this track. So in Assetto Corsa, I've personally been able to get in a GT3 car about 6 minutes and 20 seconds or 6 minutes and 15 seconds, which was the overall best I've ever been able to do. So today I really want to see how comparable is BeamNG to games like Assetto Corsa. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So one thing that I think I'm gonna have to get used to is destruction. See, in games like Assetto Corsa, most servers don't run with damage, but of course BeamNG is full of damage. I'm gonna have trouble keeping this thing on the road most of the time, so I really have to baby the car more than I would and take less risk. Now this left-hander is gonna be really sketchy. I almost lost the car completely, like completely. Now, this is a section I crashed in when I was doing some practice laps because of the bumps, and I almost lost the car there again. So far, so good. We've kept it on the track. A few scary moments. Oh, I ran on the grass there. That was pretty scary. Now, I don't actually have the micro sectors. No, 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 we're gonna crash, we're gonna crash, we're gonna crash. And we're done. Okay, so here we go for lap 2. Oh, I got on the grass there, almost lost the car. I think that's actually more realistic than it is in Assetto Corsa. But we're really having to push here, push. Lift a little bit less. Carry a bit more speed. Okay, we slowed down just in time. We went on the left curve a bit too much. But we're pushing. I got on the grass there though. But yeah, this car is definitely more tricky. Maybe it's even more realistic, I couldn't tell you, but it definitely feels like I have to make more micro adjustments to keep this car steady. As you saw there, that slip is maybe something you wouldn't see as often in Assetto Corsa. Now yeah, I just feel really a lot more slippery in a straight line here.
What did he say?
Compared to BeamNG, and I'm going a lot quicker in a straight line, so I think it's also a setup thing in terms of car setup and downforce levels. Oh, and I almost lost the car there completely again. Oh, we might even touch 300. Oh, I'm gonna touch the wall. Oh, I crashed again. Oh, no. $300,000 worth of damage right there. Okay, so for this lap, we're really trying to keep everything under control. Because as you can see from the previous clips in this video, I crashed so many times, I don't even know how many times now. So yeah. So we're coming down here, we're going to get hit 280 and then we're going to lift over that bump. Keep it to the right as much as we can. Use all our downforce. Hit the brakes. And we're like going 85 kilometers an hour here. We're on the grass. We lost a bit of traction, but not too much. Now we're going to swing to the right as much as possible. Hear that engine purr as we go into the S's section here. Hit that inside curb. Avoid the inside curb there. Barely touch the outside curb there. We're going to get all over this curb again here. Open up the corner as much as we can. Get on throttle as much as we can. And we really can get on the throttle early because of the banking of that corner, the camber. And we almost lose the car there over the bridge. And we're in 4th gear. Now in 5th. Getting on power as early as we can. We didn't have to avoid any traction slips there, so that's pretty good. Now we're going to go down this straight at nearly 300 kilometers an hour. Oh, we got on the grass. And we almost lost the car, but we didn't lose the car. So now we can continue our lap. So the apex speed here is about 100 kilometers an hour. And you really have to slowly get on throttle, and then all of a sudden you get completely on throttle here going down the hill. These 2 bumps are okay, but the 3rd bump, there's a huge bump that almost destabilizes the car completely. Slow down to about 70 to make it past these really technical corners here that are really easy for the back end to step out. Now fully on throttle again on the left side of the track. Hit these curbs on the kinks. Perfect. And then now you gotta really slow down for this fast left-hander, because you never know how much speed you can't carry until you can't carry anymore, right? Now we got these one left-hander and then like 4 right-handers in a row, which are really high speed, so it's really easy to lose the car. I hit that curb a little bit more than I wanted to, so I lost time. This is a really heavy braking zone. You brake right after the kink, and we go down to 110 kilometers an hour. Now fully back on throttle up the hill, shift down to 3rd gear, stay on throttle just a little bit so it doesn't destabilize the car going over the blind bump there. And then now this is a high-speed corner, which I'm going to lift a little bit, but usually you don't have to lift. So you brake around there, and then you turn into the corner at the final moment. You usually almost lose the back of the car every time. It's such a tricky one that's kind of off camera at the end there. Turn our lights on so we can see in the shadows. Slow down to around 200. Stay on the inside. Move out to the outside of the track. Now this can be flat sometimes, but I'm choosing not to take it flat. Brake early. Stay to the left of the track here. And then now we're moving towards the carousel, which is a really easy corner, really interesting. It's a banked corner, and we almost lose the car as we go into the grass there. But you brake, and then around 90 kilometers an hour is the speed, or 80 kilometers an hour is the speed that you take around here. On power completely now, and then it's a fast left flick, so it can be flat in some cars, but not in this car. Brake early for this one, go deep left, and then early right, which opens the corner up completely. Now go deep here and then flick right. There's a little bit of a kink that can destabilize the car, but it doesn't. Okay, so now we have an SS section, which is really tricky with so many curbs that's really tricky to keep the car on the track. So we're gonna really just tiptoe around here. This is really sketchy. This is so sketchy. Almost lost the car there. Pushing, pushing, pushing. Brake before the kink because you can't carry all your speed there, and you want to get on the right side of the track. Move left. Don't want to lose the car at the end of the lap. Now full throttle down the straight. We're probably going to get to 250 kilometers an hour before the end of the lap. Okay, so what's the time? The time is a 9 minute and 1 second time, which is actually quite a lot slower than any of my times I've ever set here at the Nürburgring. But yeah, that was super interesting. And yeah, well, there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed that little video, and we did have a slower time than I've seen in Assetto Corsa, but I think there's a few things that we should think about. To be honest with you, that was probably the most realistic Nürburgring experience I've ever experienced, and I've compared that to quite a few real life videos that I've seen on YouTube, and it really does feel more scary and more realistic than it does on Assetto Corsa. And if you guys want to see an actual game-to-game comparison between BeamNG and Assetto Corsa in the next video, let me know, and I'll see you guys around later.